inside without a sense of feeling. This is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken. More than you are, but breaking. I've been wrong. I've been down into the bottom of every bottle. These five words in my head scream on reality, but yes, yeah, yeah, it's not like you didn't know that. I still love you and I swear I still do. It must have been so bad. Still women must have damn near killed you. And this is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you say sorry. I'm always waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken. More than you are, but breaking. I've been wrong. I've been down into the bottom of every bottle. These five words in my head scream on reality, but yes, Tuesday, Tuesday, yeah. Fuck yeah. I like Tuesday. You love Tuesday? I like Tuesday. What? You like Tuesday? I never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man's feeling. And this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me. All right, get ready, everybody. There's Christina. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you say sorry. I'm always waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken. Forehead in your heart was breaking. I've been wrong. I've been down. I was a every bottle. These five words in my head scream on reality, but yes, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, yes, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, yes, all right, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I'm just gonna send this message real fast if I can find the person. Try to look at the picture. Try to look at the picture. Should have showed up already. Oh, wonder. Oh, there it is. It's not like you didn't know that. Everybody, welcome. This is AZD and IMC Ministries. And today we're going to spend about an hour and a half or so, maybe less, I don't know. I'm going to go over anything that's stopping you. Okay? Now, what I've been doing is I've been using the Bible, Jesus, and His way to get to the freedom that I have here. And moving forward, what we're going to do is I'm going to come here and we're going to use any religion that I'm familiar with. We're going to use the Buddha, Islam, Vishnu, all of them. And we're going to use different, whatever these things are, different messengers, and we're going to solve whatever problem you have. And it's going to be very, very, very easy. Okay? There's nothing that you have that we can't handle here, okay? And you'll see, it'll be real. It'll be all much. Oh no, somebody trying to get on says, I don't have a link.
That's nice. Did they give a shit? Let's give it a chance, okay? Let's give it a chance. All right, Vicente. So, I think it's going to be exciting. Okay, I'll be also using the Bible, of course, much more than me. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Let's get started. All I know is whatever obstacle you got, bing, don't stand a fucking chance here. All right, let's get started. Do we have anybody online right now?
We do. Nobody's responded to the message. I know Jose had his hand up earlier.
Okay, Jose, let's go.
There it is. Jose Santa Maria.
Jordan, what the fuck? Dang. Yeah, just leave, bro. Just leave. Don't fucking come around and fucking don't see us anymore. That's fucking great. Oh, I'm thinking, shit. Okay, look, go ahead, Jose. Jose, we can't hear you yet. We can't hear you. You're choppy. No, not yet. Choppy, choppy, choppy. It's not like you didn't know that. I said I love you and I swear I still do. I'm ready for you whenever you're ready. I'll just be singing to it. It must have been so bad. Okay, while Jose fixes his technical difficulties, is there anybody else ready to go? Well, we're talking here. It was a great night last night, okay, until you catch up. So, what do we got over here? What's going on? Gio, we'll start with you.
Gio.
Update, weekend update from Gio, right? It's our fucking news channel. Last update from last night, Gio. Without getting into the specifics of TNA, tits and ass, okay? Save the drama for your baby mama. But let's talk about it. What's going on? Let's get the ball started. Let's get the ball rolling, as they say.
As they say.
Let's get the engine warmed up.
Well, man, the strip club sure was an interesting thing, but for me, right now, the highlight of the day yesterday for me was hearing Captain speak about his lifestyle, how he optimizes and to do this type of work.
Oh yeah, he's an optimizer. Optimus Prime. Hey, you're Optimus Prime, right?
Yeah.
I am Optimus Prime.
That's what Angel was like. How do you spell optimization? I was like Optimus Prime.
Yeah, that's another one you should pick up.
Oh,
Go
really?
look at him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh,
He's
that
very
does make
righteous,
sense.
blue, red, white. He's the man.
Oh, shit.
Hey, just give him Optimus Prime.
Oh.
I know Optimus. I know
Now I
a
can
lot of
start
those
talking.
Transformers.
I'll have my deep voice.
Dude, Transformers, I got a lot of those motherfuckers. Yeah. And there's something called GoBots. Does anybody know GoBots?
Robots.
Heard it.
You niggas is young. This nigga old. You know what I mean? GoBots. Predates Transformers. It's the coolest intro. It doesn't have as good of a graphics because it was older. But the beginning intro is so strong, bro. But GoBots, battles in the sky. It's sick. You should check it out. Okay, go ahead.
So yeah, no, look, yesterday he was sharing that I like how he took responsibility for the movement.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that's how he got that seat.
Yeah.
But there was a question when I asked him yesterday. Wasn't sure if for me it feels like it's a really powerful, deep question. That's like I don't know if it's like maybe too personal.
Okay.
I mean,
Are you asking right now, or are you gonna ask?
Yeah, I'll definitely ask
Are
right
you
now.
gonna ask right now?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's because he told me when he came to the messengers.
Yeah.
He was definitely.
Let's do. Can we do? Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. When he was doing the messengers program, he had this I don't know if you would call it goal intention, but he knew the cause, purpose for the messengers program.
Yeah.
Was to get 100K for this other girl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my question, what I wanted to ask you yesterday, what was like I said, if it's not too personal, like what was like the timeline or in your head or in your heart, like did you before like you started getting the sales, trying to sell that program?
Yeah, because I wasn't a salesman at the time. I was just a student.
You were just trying to get people for that program, for the messengers. Were you what were you thinking? Were you like, okay, this is this is my friend, this girl's gonna die soon, or she only has a week to live if I don't sell this program? Like, what was your timeline? Like, oh man, like, did you get all those guys in the message program in a month? Were you
Yeah.
All in 1 month?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
I had 3 weeks. I came up with the money myself in 3 weeks.
in 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
In 3 weeks, you got 4 or 5 guys to put 25K each, bro.
Yeah, and BC was already sold, so I didn't. I just had to tell him about it, and he was.
I did Peter, whatever his name was.
I also contributed a lot with Peter.
Yeah.
I talked a lot with him on the phone, and I talked to Lakash and Jay Wonders. Yeah.
He was the first guy who helped out during that time. Very, just very graciously, you know what I mean? And so I always said he could always come back because of that. He's turned into a faggot, he still come back. Yeah, I really do. Because he helped me at a time when somebody I needed help. I'm not going to forget that. So.
And I would have done it myself. I just couldn't. I wasn't worth 100K to anybody. I couldn't come up with 100K.
Yeah.
You know, so it was just, you know, who were the most likely to. I didn't want to be the only one. I just knew I wanted to be in the first batch. I did not want to be the second batch. So I did everything it took to be in the first round.
Champion.
And yeah, and then those other guys. I mean, there was just a deadline. I don't know at what point the date was set of when it would be. I think it was just maybe the first person that made a payment. Okay, now the date's set. Everybody else is organized around that date.
Yeah.
And so I just had to get myself in motion doing it. And I was going a little bit bonkers, like trying to figure this thing out. And that's when I started eating eggs because I had been vegan for 7 years. Okay. And I was just like, I didn't have hair, but I was like metaphorically pulling my hair out because I was like, I don't know how to make this happen. And it came to me that eating eggs was like I was unstable because of veganism or something that was just coming to me at the time. So I just started eating eggs. It helped. I don't know if it was placebo or not, but whatever. And then the other guys, I mean, that was the timeline for it. And yeah, I think would that answer your question?
I see. So for you, the message program was like an opportunity to get closer into the inner circle.
Yeah, I mean, I always wanted to be the innermost once I saw the truth of what was happening.
Yeah.
I was already just sold on it for life. It's like, this is what I wanted. So I was going to come up with 100K. Like, I wanted to come up with 100K for myself. I just wasn't worth that to anybody. I couldn't come up with it. So, you know, just I always wanted to be at the top and be the best. And I mean, that's just, you know.
Okay, I think that's what I wanted to know. That it was you were still doing it for you to be at the
Of course.
top.
Yeah, it wasn't like entirely altruistic, and I was just like handing over money for. I thought I was getting the value, like I thought it was worth what I was paying. Also, you know, at the time, AZD had been very generous. Maybe about a year or two earlier, he had started his mentorship program, which is $1,000 a month, and people were paying $1,000 a month for that. And about 10 minutes before the very first mentorship class, he calls me and he's like, "Hey, Yogi Chris or whatever, are you gonna join this program?" Because I'd been on everything up until then, but I had no money at all, and I was like, "Man, I can't join." And he was like, "Just hop on, just join." And so for like a year and a half or 2 years while he's doing the mentorship program, I wasn't paying for that, but I was showing up every class. I was taking hella notes. I was like, that was so valuable.
Keep me on camera.
And you know, since then I have a book of notes that's about 230 pages, and I've given it to Sultan and Fernando and about 4 other guys that were at that level, I thought, of dedication where it's like, you're never going to get to this program, but here's the notes. And he's covered a lot of the same stuff again in newly, you know, with new understandings.
That part.
But right, so it's not that you got to go back and do that. But at that time, and then the No Fucks Given podcast was going also, and I was co-host of many of those, which was a great opportunity for me to public speak and interact with the guys, and you know, just
that's not like 400 years ago.
It was, but
That's so long ago.
what I'm saying is that so much value had built up in me. I felt really out exchange with that, which is just part of the system here. I mean, AZD is very generous with teachings, and it builds up an individual. If they have any ethics in them at all, they're like, I want to give back. Like, you've given me so much. And so I'd already been given the Messengers program in value. I was just paying what I was already given, and then come for the 3 days immersion, and then there's more. And there was more. There was a higher level teaching that was not being given yet when I came and did the Messengers program. And so yeah, it was selfish, but I knew it was within, if I can kind of tap into that mindset, it was years ago, but I just knew that there were other guys in the sphere that it was appropriate for them. They were ready for it. But you know, it was just a sense of responsibility. I knew that I could get them there, and I had that weight with them that they were looking up to me in that way, and they just needed a little encouragement, man. You know, a little nudge. So
You're looking for a thought from him? What was he thinking?
No, it was more than that. It's more like the question wasn't fully, but he gave me what I wanted.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it was like when he said so much. You were all in it for you, like you wanted the champion. Like you said, you selfish. You wanted to be on the top, but at the same time, that's really cool. What you just said is that you also gave Sultan Fernando the notes because even though you probably weren't gonna catch up, you still wanted them like. You still gave him like the value, like that shit, like bro, that's super unselfish right there. You outflow like so. Even though you're taking a lot of info, you're still outflowing a lot.
Yeah, let me not be so self-righteous or so righteous there. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't want my notes to just like rust and erode away. Like, I didn't want them to just fall into oblivion and not be worth anything. And they're never gonna watch the program again. They're just barely keeping up with what's going on right now. So
Still.
you know what I'm saying? So there was some selfishness in that too. I wanted like, hey, take advantage of this work I did. I made a great piece of work. Like, come on, let somebody enjoy it. And I also remember in the Messengers program, very similar to, I'm living with these guys, so I can't be so mismatched with them where I know all this stuff and they don't know it. So you guys got to know it. So it was very similar in the Messengers where it's like, I want to be the best, but I know that I need a team to be the best. I can't just be me and BC's going off in this way and I'm this way. And it's like, we need other guys on this. And I remember having that thought also.
And BC ended up going the other way?
He did, but you know, and so did Jay Wonder, and so did Akash, and so did B. Kirkwood. But they were all a platform for the next guys. The next guys saw them improve and how much they love the Messengers. BC also came around and supported a lot and helped guys out.
But
So
here's the thing, nobody cares about this over there on the ministry, so we gotta end this.
all right,
20 minutes of this shit.
I appreciate it, bro. That's really awesome. Man.
thank you.
Okay, we have something exciting going on, I think. Let's go full screen. Hosea, let me see if
And we do have some guys wanting to.
1 second, guys. I have somebody I think wants to talk to me. Just make sure he's there. I think this will be fun. Let's see first. Okay. Let me make sure you got the name right. Infinite Hustle. Is Infinite Hustle up there anywhere?
Yeah, right there.
Right on. I want to talk to Infinite Hustle.
You got it.
Okay? All right.
You're right.
Hello. What's up, brother?
Can you hear me?
I hear you
I'm
just
good,
fine.
I'm good.
How you doing?
That's perfect. So, I'm good, man. So basically, I
First,
was invited by Jose.
First, before you go, I want to read the message that you wrote. Is that okay?
That's very good.
Okay, good. So it starts like this. There's a message. I don't know. What is this? Instagram?
Yeah.
On Instagram, Infinite Hustle. What?
He commented on the video.
He commented on one of my videos. He's here right now. And this is the comment. It says, I'm going to read it word for word. It says, that's no way to respect your women, bro. If women is under your leadership, it doesn't mean sit on her and step on her. Laughing face, hand in the head like dummy. The best of men are those who are kind to their women, so show some more respect. All right, cool, I got it. So that was the comment, and now let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, sure. So I come from the philosophy of honoring your woman.
Okay?
So my approach to a woman is show her mad respect.
Yeah.
And stop. Once you show her mad respect, it's either gonna go two ways.
Mm-hmm.
Either she's gonna think herself to be the best of the best,
Yeah.
or she's gonna return even more respect to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the first red flag. That's my opinion.
Right? I
I also
understand that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I also believe that your woman should be an honorable person.
Right.
So if you're the leader and you're above her by a degree,
Mm-hmm.
then she should be by your side. Let's say she's under your shoulder, so you're there to cherish her, to protect her.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But when you start to say that I'm gonna sit on her and I'm gonna stand on her, I feel like, you see, brother, I'll be very honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't know the complete context of the video.
Exactly. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So I'm very careful with this. I'm very, very careful.
I know.
It's more with Jose because he said, if you can read his comment, he said that I don't know what I'm talking about
Yeah.
and I don't get respect. Well,
Yeah. Well, it's me. You
Yeah.
gotta talk to me. So, I mean, I don't disagree with you, but I have some questions for you first, okay? And right now, currently, are you in a relationship right now?
thankfully I'm in a relationship.
You are. You said you are. Okay. How long has that relationship been going? And whatever I ask you, you could ask me, and more than that, you could ask me anything, I'll answer. I don't have a problem. So, I'm not. It's not a one-sided question. So, how long have you been in that relationship for?
Close to 3 years.
Okay,
now.
cool. And it's going well.
It's going quite well.
Okay, right on.
Good, yeah.
And so you are applying that, respecting to her, and she's like it's all good right now, right?
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay,
It's
perfect.
all.
And do you?
It's obviously when obviously at the start, it's normal to show a good face. You're gonna show a mask. You're gonna bring your A game. That's very normal. But eventually, down the road, there's gonna be subtle disobediences, if you can call them that.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to those things, I'm all about being very subtle with my own approach.
Mm-hmm. And so, how do you?
So
So I mean, when you say that, because when you say that, the thought that goes to me is that there's problems in the relationship. Is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't say there's problems. No.
No.
I'd say it's more of the feminine nature.
Oh, okay. And so, what is that? Because that's hard for me to define when you say that.
Okay, fair enough. So the feminine nature can be defined as extremely emotional.
Right, right. So
Maybe
how?
at times over emotional.
So let me ask you a question. When your woman becomes overly emotional, right? Do you then continue to respect her and speak to her in that respectful? And how do you deal with that using that philosophy?
Very good. So what I do is I'm very subtle.
Mm-hmm.
I try to listen to her,
Mm-hmm.
and then I use logic
Right.
to counteract her ideas. And it's more of a the way I see the masculine
Mhm.
is the man is going to be out there. He's going to be in the world, and he's going to see the world for what it is, reality.
Hopefully, yeah.
And then he has to package that for his woman.
Right.
'Cause the way I see a woman is as a delicate creature.
Right.
Okay, not creature, but as someone delicate, right?
As
Someone fragile.
someone what? Delicate? Is that what you said?
Someone delicate and fragile.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm gonna package that for her so she can digest it.
Mm-hmm. So how's that going?
Now,
How's that going? My question is, how's that going in the 3 years when you become logical and you talk to her and she's emotional? Does she listen to you? Does she obey? Or do you guys get in fights? How does that handle?
Yeah, she does.
Okay.
You see, we're talking about the emotional side. We're not talking about disobedience per se, because there's disobedience. There's a line. If you cross that line, obviously the action is going to be very different.
Right. What is that right there? That. If she's disobedient, that. What is going to be different? That's what I want to know. Because maybe that's the context I was talking about. So maybe we're in agreement. So if she becomes disobedient, crosses the line, right? How do you then act?
I'm not gonna step on her, but I'm gonna pull away.
You're going to do what?
I'm gonna pull away.
Okay, and pulling away means what? You stop talking and you go away, and she, how does that? What does that equal? You stop talking, or you just don't talk to her for a day, or you just how do you pull away from her? What's the action?
You see, my brother. What I do personally
Yeah.
is I listen to her.
Yeah.
I be the good guy. Yeah.
You be what?
I'll be the good guy. I'll be the listener.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then I'll give her the logic.
Okay.
And then I'll pull away. And then I'll wait for her to come to me and tell me, oh, I'm sorry, you were right, X, Y, Z.
And that happens. That's how it normally solves. She comes back and says, "I'm sorry, you're right."
Yes.
Okay, good. So that works for you, and the relationship doesn't have too many problems, too many disobediences and stuff.
No.
Okay, good.
She's a very good girl.
Good. Excellent. Is she older than you or younger than you?
She's younger.
Perfect. And do you plan on getting married for yourself? I mean, I'm not saying marriage is good or bad. Is that something you want? You want to be married?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. And so is this the girl you're going to marry?
Yes.
Ooh, nice. What are you waiting for?
Nothing. I'm already married.
You're already married?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're married to her. This is your wife.
Yeah. But because I'm Muslim, so we're Islamically married, but
Yeah.
we don't live together still.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. You shouldn't live together right now. And when do you plan on living together?
Once I move back home. So right now, currently, I'm working abroad. I'm studying.
Perfect. So let me tell you what I get from talking to you. I think that you and I are in very much in agreement. Okay? And maybe, and I don't even know, but we would have to talk more, okay? Because I don't disagree with anything you said. And next thing is, I actually hold incredibly high level of respect for my woman. Like tremendous amount of respect, actually. Okay, and these guys would vouch for it. Am I right or right?
Right.
Okay, these guys, they see it, right? And so, I mean, the most respect, right? The way I would respect my mother. But the same thing with my mother also, which is, if my mother acts stupid, she's gonna know. Even as her son, like, no. And when I say, she's under me, are you talking about the video where I said, she's here, this is me, she's here, this is me, is that the video? Yeah, yeah. So that's an analogy, right? So that whoever's listening to me doesn't get confused. Okay, let me tell you something. The woman is not my partner. She's not my equal. She is under me. Like you said, she's emotional. I'm not at all, actually, okay? She is weak, delicate. You're right, I'm not, actually. And yes, I'm supposed to look at the world, package it, and give it to her. Absolutely. But in order to do that, she does have to actually, the word is obey me. Obey. You know, like a commander, obey. Soldier, obey. It's not, I'm not there to listen, this is how it goes. I don't have time for this shit, okay? So we're in disagreement right now, right? Tell me what the disagreement is. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I should be able to, just like right now, right? I should be able to hear it and then say where I'm coming from. And since where I'm coming from is, I'm also somebody who follows God, 100%. So since where I'm coming from is aligned this way, and she's never to correct me, because I'm going to get corrected this way, not this way, right? Then in my life, it has to be known by every woman, every friend, every stranger, every enemy. I don't give a fuck, okay? They need to know that I am over my woman, which means they will obey me, which means I have the final authority in the relationship on decisions, movement, where we're going. Now, at the same time, she always has the choice to be there or not be there. So the door's open, right? But as long as she's with me, I expect her to obey me. And when I say this is to emphasize, because in today's world, men are such weak sissies that they can't even use that language. So I can use it freely. Now check this out. Online right now, there's four of my girlfriends online right now watching. They're watching. They watch every day. More come on and go. I have multiple girlfriends, okay? And so they hear it. They don't have a problem with it, okay? And I think you and I are in agreement, no problem. And I think if you're happy in your relationship, I do have a question for you. And I don't know if you even would want to answer it or not, okay? But what I've noticed, I'm 47 years old, okay? And for the last 16 years, I've actually been teaching men and women for a while, dating and relationships. That's a long time, okay? What I've noticed, first, let's talk about others, not you. Have you noticed that healthy men fantasize about other women and having sex with them more than just their wife or girlfriend? Is this something you've noticed in the world as a man? Yes or no?
What do you mean by healthy?
What I mean by healthy man? I mean that, you see, I'm a healthy man. I have health. I'm not sick. Low sore throat.
Or like
Healthy here.
physically or spiritually. That's what I mean.
Everything. Have you met a man so far on earth who was honest and who did not want to have more than one woman sexually? Have you met a man like that who in his heart did not desire that? Yes or no? Have you met somebody?
So it's not an easy question. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because when you're talking about desire in itself,
Yeah.
desire is a human instinct. So man, in his human instinct, understandable. Okay, he's gonna have lust. He's gonna lust for a woman.
For multiple women? For multiple women?
Yeah, for women in general.
No. I'm not saying women in general. I'm saying he can have a wife. She could be perfect.
Yeah,
but after 4 or 5 years, he's gonna want to have sex with other women. And are you saying that's a natural thing in Homo sapiens male? Is that what you're saying? Because I've observed it everywhere. And are you also saying that this is what every man has inside of him as nature? Are you agreeing with me on that? That every man has that? As a desire.
Yeah, but that's not his humanity.
So do
I
you,
don't believe that's his humanity.
but do you
So, for
agree?
example,
But do
I
you
would-
agree? Do you agree that every male body human, Homo sapiens, who's not ill and dying, has a desire inside of him, whether right or wrong, I don't care. Do we all, men, do we all have a desire to be with multiple women or not? Have you noticed that? I'm not saying it's right. Are we all born with this or not? Is it in us? Is it in every man or no?
Yes, as a human instinct.
Good,
Like
so-
you said.
so we can
have I
say
met
that
a-
we all
have
have
I
that.
met a man?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we all have, you agree we all have that. It could be wrong, and we could use discipline, which we might get to right now, but we have to start that I have not met a man, you have not met a man who did not want to be with multiple women. Then we can go forward and go right or wrong what we do about it. But we have to agree, or you say no, and then I would ask you, you never had that desire, and I don't want to ask you, you're married, you're online, whatever, okay? But I know the truth, and everybody knows the truth, okay? Men want to be with multiple women by their nature. You're right. Now let's move forward. Go ahead.
Okay, so but you can also see this aspect of lust as a disease. So if you look at look at Orthodox monks,
Okay?
especially in Greece,
Okay?
these guys they don't even have women in their monasteries.
Right. And,
So
and
this
why
is
and
something
why
they
is that?
can't
And why
do
is
in
that?
their house.
And why is that? Why is it they don't have women there? What would happen if there was a woman there? Could they still be spiritual? Could they still do their work?
I think they can be, but to answer the question of why they don't have women, I don't know.
Okay. My question is, can that man hold his spiritual integrity around women that are walking around underwear and bra trying to have sex with him? Can he remain a man without compromising his ethics in a place like that? Or is that monk who hasn't seen women for 15 or 17 years, I take him to a strip club, and for whatever reason he goes, he has not been around a woman, and I have 4 or 5 super hotties go sit on him and bounce their ass on him. Let's say his God, his Buddha, his Allah, whoever wanted to test him. Do you think that monk would pass that test, or he would just completely fail because he has been what? Suppressing a disease and not facing it. He's never faced a woman, ever. Ever. What do you think about that? Because I've done these experiments. But what do you think about that? Do you think that spiritual man could go in that strip club and control his lust? Or is that impossible? The more spiritual he is, the less women he has.
Not possible.
It's not possible.
It's a risk.
Right.
No.
Right.
It's
So
a
my,
risk,
so
but
my,
it's not impossible.
it's not impossible, but it's risky and it's difficult,
not.
right?
It's risky. It's a risk. Yeah.
And so here's my question.
Yes, my friend.
How much of a man of God is he if he spent all that time away from women and you still don't have faith in him? Because I will go to a strip club and I won't have lust. And if you don't believe it, you're welcome to come over here and see it. That's what we do, right? A real man of God has handled his lust. You're right. Lust is a disease. Of course it is a disease. However, how to deal with it, I don't think you know how to deal with it, and I've dealt with it. So let's see if I'm true, if I'm right or wrong, or if I'm lying. So you know it's difficult for them to control it. The reason why women don't go to the monasteries is because if they went, those monks would be more worried about how they look, smell, where they sit, where she is in the middle of the night. Is she going to walk around? They're going to try to walk in the courtyard, and you know how it goes with men, right? They stop worrying about God and they worship her. And that's why they can't be in the monastery. My training is different. 6 nights a week, we go to a strip club. 6 nights a week. We've been doing it for 5-6 months. Do you know why? Because the first step of a man of God is to overcome his fucking lust. Because I can't trust a man who is consistently going around trying to not have the smell of weed or alcohol around him. Because if there's alcohol, he's been sober for 20 years and he's got to leave everywhere. That's not sober. That guy's addicted still. And a man who has to escape women is addicted to women. He's afraid of being around them. He's got to go pray in the fucking bathroom and say, please get rid of this impure thoughts and heart. Go out in the party, look at his wife's sister, girlfriend, cousin, who's younger and prettier, and have lust thoughts, and now he doesn't know what to do. So he goes and confesses, but it's not clean. It is not clean, and he's going to suffer. Now my question is this. You're married for 3 years, okay? My prediction is that if you're still hopefully together, in 6 years from now, 9 years you've been together, sometime in there's going to be a challenge of other women, especially if a beautiful woman wants you, okay? Would you be able to tell her? Would you be able to tell her that woman was coming on to me, or that woman likes me, or I looked at that woman and I thought she was beautiful? Is that a conversation you could have with her or no?
So, I will answer that, but just to go a bit back to the strip club thing,
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
I don't care.
I agree that a man needs an outlet.
For
A
what?
man can get married, he can for the lust.
and
So
how-
some men, they can't control their lust.
We're not going for an outlet for lust, though. But you're saying that a man needs an outlet for lust? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I am. Like, for example, a wife. Okay.
What about
now,
you?
when it comes to polygamy, I don't have a problem with polygamy. Neither does my wife. But it's the reason to why you're doing it. If you're doing it for lust, I'm not going to comment and say
One
that's
second.
correct.
Baby,
That's
hey,
incorrect.
hold on.
I don't have the information.
Hold on, bro. Hold on 1 second. Baby, I'm online. I sent you the link if you want to watch it. Otherwise, I'll call you later, okay? You can watch right now. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, go ahead. Let's go for it.
Yeah, I'm not against polygamy, but the reasons why you do it is very important. Now, can a man be married and then not have lust? I don't know. I'm not qualified to answer that question. But
It's on AC.
what I can say is, you don't necessarily need to marry a second wife or have a second woman just because of lust.
But what do you do
There
with
can be
yourself?
many different-
What do you do with yourself when years go by and you start really desiring other women because it's in your nature? What are you going to do about it?
Then you haven't. But I believe then in that case you haven't dealt with your lust.
Okay, so you don't have that problem then.
Lust is still
You don't have the problem with other women.
for me.
No, you don't have a desire for other women, you're saying.
No. I'm not saying I don't. I'm not saying I'm a perfect person. That's not what I'm saying. I stand corrected. But what I am saying is I do have examples of people who have uprooted this lust and they are married men.
How do you know that about them? Because I don't think that's true. I teach men all the time, and I think they're lying to you. What makes you believe that? You think their heart is pure of other women? Because you said you're a Muslim. Is it true or is it false that in Islam, one of the promises of paradise and heaven is 40 virgins to a man? Is that what Allah promises a man if you go to heaven?
I don't know, but I do know that you get multiple women in heaven.
Hold on.
Concept.
Hold on a second. You do know that in heaven, God, if you're righteous, gives you multiple women. That's in your holy book from your God, yes?
72.
72. He just looked it up. God is going to give you 72 virgins, bro. It must be important if God promises you paradise with 72 virgins. Let's not fuck around now. That's God. He tells all the men, listen, Allah tells all the men that if they strap something on and run into a fucking building, they'll have 72 virgins. Did you know that? It's in the book.
No.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
not in the book.
Go look it up. Go look it up. I grew up Muslim. No.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's not in the Quran. That's not in the Quran. That's in the Hadith.
What's not in the Quran?
That 72 virgins.
So you knew about it? Because you said you didn't
I
know.
know, but I've heard of 72 virgins, but I don't know if the narration is authentic or not.
Oh, why is it not authentic on that part? What's a hadith versus Quran?
Okay, so Hadith is the literal word of God, and Quran is the literal word of God, and hadith is compilations of what the Prophet said, but there's some things that are true and some things that are fabricated.
And how do we know the difference if I'm going to be studying it? How do I know which one's true, which one's fabricated? How do you make that judgment? Real question.
Okay. Real question? Okay, no worries. So there's a few ways. There's something called the hadith science.
Yeah.
So you look at the men of the book, you look if the narrators are reliable, and then you compare it to the Quran, and there's a methodology of going about it. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not qualified on a lot of these things.
I see. So where we're at right now, in my observation, where we're at right now is that in Islam, the promise of heaven to a man is 72 virgins.
I understand.
And you know what else they promise him?
Listen.
Watch this. What else do they promise a man if he goes to heaven? Can you name it besides 72 virgins? What else is heaven for a man in Islam? Because this is fascinating.
Is it the wine?
Listen, it's rivers of milk, rivers of wine, rivers of honey, 72 virgins. That's heaven. I will have some wine tonight. I'll have some great milk. And I'll have about 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 girls, right? And I'll treat them righteously, lead them to God. And maybe when I die, if Allah's there, instead of 72, give me 7,200, because I was fucking killing it already out there. You know what I mean? I was doing it. I don't need to go to heaven for that. I was in hell. I was in hell making heaven, right? I made the kingdom down here, right? Kingdom, thy will is my will. 72 virgins, there are no virgins anymore. I'm just going to grab them and I'm going to make them a new virgin. How? Their past doesn't count anymore. Let's start over, be righteous, and start over. Look, multiple women is everywhere. Everywhere. Every man wants it, and so do you. And you're going to have to suppress this disease, this lust, and you're going to fight yourself all the time. And then the only thing someone can do is come and hate on me because I have it. But you want it too. I can't imagine you don't want to be with 3 or 4 of the most beautiful women on the planet that are dedicated to. How about 5, 6? How about 7? That's Renee. See what she looks like. Babe, I want to come see you Friday. All right? Come by. I don't know what's going on, bro.
Okay.
I'm just doing what I'm doing.
I just want to digress from this subject. I just want to go back to the sitting on a woman. I just want to ask you if, say a woman is disobedient to you.
Yeah. I'll tell you how you get
How do you deal with it?
Very easily. Can you give me maybe a disobedience that would happen in a relationship? I've been with a girl for 3 years. You know, some basic shit that happens, but let's do it. So her and I, what will be the situation? I'll tell you exactly how to handle it. You can play the girl, I'll play the guy. And just speak to me and I'll speak back.
Okay.
Yeah. What are we disagreeing about? What's happening?
All right. I don't like that you told me to not go out with my friends.
Okay. But do you know why I tell you not to do that?
Are we role playing?
Yeah. I'm in it. I'm asking the girl. Do you know why I tell you not to go out with those friends?
All right. Let me think. Yeah, but I feel like you don't trust me. By the way, this is not something that's happened between. I'm just.
Okay. Well, let me tell you how I would handle any situation. I would ask if they understand why I'm doing that. Okay, and my reason would be very clear. Then, if it keeps going, it would sound something like this. Look, this is not going to happen in my relationship. You're welcome to go anywhere and do anything. This conversation ends and we move forward. If you have a problem, leave now. Because if we move forward, you got to be clean. So if you have questions, because look, I don't have time to fix a fucking relationship and tell you not to go out with your friends. I'm your man, right? You should trust me. Look at the way I live my life. Look at how I operate, right? If it's good enough, then you should want to follow. Now listen, what you're doing is the opposite of the route we're going. Now, if you like to do that life, go. But that's not my life. I'm a religious man. I'm a spiritual man. And I'm dedicated to this shit. And my girlfriend, my wife, my whatever, is not gonna go out with them. Now, if you wanna go out with girls, I get it, I want you to have friends, okay? But they can't be random hoes, right? Do they know who I am? Huh? Have they met me? Because if they meet me, then they're gonna know how I am, and then they're gonna have a little bit of a harder time committing a crime on my back, because I know, no joke. They're gonna know this relationship is real to me. So I want her to go out. My girls go out with each other, which is the joy of having girls that are yours. By the way, I'm not a polygamist. People misunderstand that. It's not that. My girlfriends are not with any other man. They're only with me, and we don't do any kind of weird shit like 3s and 2s and whatever. One girl and me, and that's the end of it. Okay? And that's the end of it.
You know what polygamy is?
What's that?
Do you know what polygamy is?
A what?
Do you know what polygamy is?
Polygamy is when the man and the woman have multiple partners and they share the partners with each other.
No. That's polyamorous.
Okay, what's polygamy?
Polygamy is like one man, multiple women.
And those women, do they have any kind of sexual connection with each other during that relationship?
No.
Good, because I don't like
just
that.
The man and the woman.
And then do those women have any other men in their lives, or just the man?
Just the man.
Okay, well, I don't know if that's the definition of polygamy. If it is, that's cool. I never liked the word.
You're
What?
married too.
Here's the definition. Look.
Polygamy is the practice of marrying multiple spouses. When a man is married to more than one wife at the same time, it is called
Polygamy?
polygamy.
Polygamy?
Polygamy.
Polygamy. Okay, I'm good with that. I'm not that. Just like I'm not a Christian or a Muslim, but I think that's a sane way to live. If everybody agrees, fuck it, go ahead. I just don't have a label on mine because I don't know what it is.
Disclaimer, by the way, this role play has nothing to do with me and my woman.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so I think your video was set for a specific demographic of men who aren't getting your points. Maybe you were talking to them in a nicer manner and they just weren't getting it, so you just said
It was also for you. It was also for you, believe it or not. Because let me tell you what I can see now. Because we may never talk again, and I would be unrighteous if I don't tell you what I know. Okay. Once again, how old are you again? I'm 47. How old are you?
27.
27, right? So I've been 27, of course. And here's what I could be completely wrong, but I gotta tell you what I know. Okay. This woman is taking much more of your attention that you want. You're also engaged in making her okay all the time. It's part of your life to make sure she's okay. You also have a very strict line you have to walk to make sure that what? You respect her and all other bullshit. I don't have that. You are suffering and you're gonna suffer further. Now eventually, it's gonna hit to a point where you're gonna be so involved with her, so wrapped up, and then, like you said, you're gonna see her true face. She's a woman regardless, okay? Her nature is destructive and chaotic. She is not order, and she's there to destroy the man. So a man has to have his boundaries, and a man always, if he wants to follow my way, he always has to have another option right there as good as her or better. Because she does in today's world. She just has to post one picture on Instagram and she's got dates right away. And that destroys the relationship because the woman should always be chasing the man. The man should not chase the woman. A woman does not want a man she could have like that. So when a man starts giving everything like that and gets married and now it's all about that, her attraction, her actual nature attraction drops for him. And then when whether you like her or not, whether you know her or not, okay? When she sees a guy who's free of all the confinement that her husband or boyfriend has, and he's around, and he's free, and he's relaxed, and he can say whatever the fuck he wants, her chemistry turns on. She finds him attractive. And that would suck if you were married, and you were around, and I was around just hanging out with you guys. Because why? Because without a doubt, your wife would find me extremely attractive no matter how ugly I looked. On the other hand, if you were with me and I had any of my girlfriends, and you could bring every man you know, their eyes would not even touch you guys because there would be nothing interesting about you because you're just another carbon copy of another man who's trying to do what another man does and this and that. Your expression is confined. You won't be able to speak freely. You have too many fucking confinements of what that person thinks, that mom thinks, that dad thinks, that work thinks, that religion thinks. Bro, I'm free of all that shit. Fuck the world. Fuck if they can't adjust. This is me, brother. This is me. And you wish you could say this, but you can't. You wish you could cuss freely. I don't want to. Yes, you do. You're a fucking man. You're not a pussy. Okay? Big fucking difference. Now, if I keep raising my energy right now, I can break this roof off. Okay? Listen, you're confined in your expression. And when you message me like that, you're really asking for help, brother. Because there's no reason for you to try to challenge me like that. Because I will demolish you when it comes to women. Do you know that? Do you know that I am a billion times more capable than you at getting women? Or do you think I'm lying? Like if you and I went out, I would murder it. I would get the hottest women and you wouldn't know how to even talk to them. How do you consider yourself a man when you're afraid of beautiful women? Do you know you're afraid of beautiful women or not? Do you know they make you nervous? Do you know a beautiful woman makes you nervous when you talk to her? Do you know that about you? Because I do.
Yeah, of course.
So what the fuck? What the fuck? Why are you gonna try to act like you got something going on? You're a 27-year-old, strong, righteous man who can speak, you're elegant, you're logical, I can tell you're a man of God, and you're afraid of a fucking woman. So watch this. This is the woman, that's me. That's the woman, that's me. And you should learn that. That was for you.
I disagree.
Yeah, I know you disagree, but get this, nobody else disagrees online. Did you know that? Go online with everybody, watch. Let me show you the truth.
That's fine.
All right,
That's
online,
fine.
hold on, we're gonna see. You have to see for yourself. I don't know these people, all of them. I'm gonna go down the line. Who's the first person next to him? Just start.
T-Bone.
T-Bone. T-Bone. T-Bone, you have 30 seconds. Speak on this, go. Don't agree with me. If you disagree, disagree. Be a man. 30 seconds, T-Bone, go.
Just so you know, I'm in Cedar City, landing in a righteous 10 right now.
Now answer this.
No, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
Answer this. 30 seconds on this, go. Were you listening or were you not talking to go?
I definitely know that a woman does not have the connection to God and the order and the direction and the discipline to lead, and I have to do that. And I'm at that place now in my life finally after 44 years.
Great.
I'm doing it.
Good. Listen.
And yeah.
Go ahead. Move on. So we're gonna go quick. Next person, go. Call the name and go.
Jose.
Jose, go.
What's the question?
I said to you that you said I don't agree. I bet everybody agrees with me, and if they don't, they can jump on your team. We'd like to debate this, okay? I want to be right. If I'm wrong, I want to be proven wrong, okay? But we're all intelligent men and women.
Okay, fair enough. But let me state something.
Go ahead.
All right. I agree 100%. There has to be boundaries.
No, you have to agree to this. This is what I'm saying, okay? You are afraid of women, and that's terrible. That's terrible as a man.
No, I'm not afraid of women.
Yeah, you are. Beautiful women, you can't talk to them. You can't not talk to a beautiful woman. You wouldn't know what to say. You would stutter, your tongue would twist, and you'd walk away feeling stupid.
No. Why not? Sorry. Just to redefine what I'm saying. When I say shyness, I'm talking about modesty.
Fuck that. I'm saying you're scared of them. I'm saying listen, here's what I'm saying. If you and I were out and 3 beautiful women started talking to us, you wouldn't be modest. You'd actually be scared and not know what to say. Do you know how to talk to beautiful women, yes or no? Do you? Do you know what to say to them? Do you have any idea how to interact with a beautiful woman? No. You do? You do? You do? For real? For real? You know how to talk to beautiful women?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take your word for it. That's fine. Okay. Well, all right. So that's good. So my message to you, first of all, thank you for coming on. I'm always looking for someone to come and challenge it. Okay. That was beautiful, and it was a great conversation. And what I say to you is, you're gonna see at some point, brother. I've never ever missed. People have known me for many years. At some point, you'll be back here, okay? And you'll know exactly that I was right. She's going to destroy your life. That I know. Good luck. Your wife.
Where can I? Is this being recorded?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be on YouTube.
All right, sweet.
Yes. Okay, brother. Nice to meet you.
Someone's-
Hope to see you again.
All right, take care.
For sure. Thank you. Next. That was fun. Next.
Jose, if you still want to speak, you're next.
Santa Maria.
If not Jose, then we'll go to T-Bones in a few seconds. Okay, T-Bone.
All right. Now.
What's going on, guys?
Now what's up? What's going on? Tell us about you.
I just Friday when I came down, I responded to this gal on Facebook app, and I just commented on a pretty photo of her. I said, that her beauty was basically, a sign that everything in this world is just perfect, So she got back to me. We've been talking, but so I'm down here now. I was up till 3 a.m. with her. She's a righteous 10, bro. No joke. I'm not kidding. She's West African.
Wow. Congratulations.
And, we're establishing a friendship.
Yeah.
And her son's there.
Oh.
Son's there. We ate together.
Wow.
We communed together.
Wow.
And she's not American. The culture is like West African, bro. She's been here 8 years. She's just like looking at me, batting her eyes. I'm like, oh my god.
Wow.
Pretty good shit.
Congratulations.
So I'm gonna stay here for a couple days, push off work and handle this and establish something, and I'll move on and go on to the next thing.
Man, it must be nice to be you right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick them up here in a bit.
Oh, no, it feels good. Yeah, go on, man.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bless you guys.
All right, bless you. See you soon. Next.
All right, see you soon.
Okay.
Okay, if there's anybody else wants to speak, raise your hand.
There's some new people. Let's meet them.
I mean, you want to
Who's
call them?
second row, second person?
Yin Gonzalez.
Would you
Yin.
like to talk, bro? Wait up.
He's been around.
I haven't seen him before.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen you.
He's been around a while.
Well, let's talk then. Blow him up.
Blow him up.
I don't think you and I spoke. If we did, oh, maybe. You look different. Huh? What's up? Well, we can't hear you.
You're muted.
We can't hear you.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Boost. How's everyone?
Oh, so you've been around.
I have.
Have you and I spoken before?
We have.
Damn, bro. Okay, tell me again. What's going on?
Not much, man. Lately I've been just working on business. I just switched over, like, new company. So I've been, trying to transition now.
How's life?
So that's, yeah, basically.
Yeah, basically. How's life?
So, life is good. I'm coming up on, I'm trying to make a team out here in Miami now with a business partner of mine. So that's been like the chief focus of my life now.
How's that going?
It's going good. We're meeting up with like 2 potential candidates that we can add. They're really rock stars right now in the industry. So we want to join with them and see if we can create something. Because the group that we came from, me and my business partner, we came from the other group that we used to be in, and we had like some disagreements with the leaders of that group. So then we want to divert and make our own. So.
Oh, I was thinking this is a band. It's not a band. What are you talking about? Real estate?
Oh, it's real estate, yeah.
I see. That's different. So you belong to a real estate group. You didn't really agree, and then you guys create your own.
Right,
Oh.
right. That's really the process we're doing right now.
What is it you disagreed with in the other group?
Different reasons. With his story was kind of different than mine, but it all came to the same pathway. It was 2 people. I disagreed with one of them. The other one was actually not too bad. It was just at the end of the day, it was just I think they're just not mature enough for what happened. I'll give you the quick version.
Yeah.
So one incident. It wasn't really an incident. We work in groups in the state. So for example, I get a territory. So my territory would be, I guess, Orlando.
Yeah.
And then the person would a different story. So like California would be like San Jose, LA. Everyone has different parts of the state.
Right.
So one part of the state, for a few months now, they bring some guy new to the team, and then they, without me knowing, gave my territory to that guy.
Why?
That guy had his head up his ass. That's what it came down
But did you
to.
ask him? What happened?
So I didn't know this until maybe a few weeks later, and I see that he's talking about the territory of where I'm at, and I'm like, wait, I'm supposed to be having that territory. Why is he talking like that?
Yeah.
And then a week later passes by, and he notices like, hey, like we don't want to be calling the same people, and the same people are gonna say like, hey, in the same group, like there's confusion. It's not a good look in the industry.
Yeah.
When you do that.
Yeah. So
And then
did you ask him? This was mine. What's going on? Like this was belonging to me. How'd
so,
you get it?
so when that happened, I go, wait, what? I started asking questions, and then I got a call the next day from the other owner.
Yeah.
That was in vacation.
Yeah.
And then he told me, hey man, I really apologize for this, and if I was there, this wouldn't have happened. But when I was out, we inadvertently gave your territory to this new guy.
Oh.
So I told him, look, I don't give a fuck about territory. I'll bet whatever territory. Territory is a territory.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Right on.
The issue was the fact that a month passed without you guys telling me that we were both working the same
Yeah.
group, like the same.
Yeah.
And that's sloppy on our behalf. Like
And
that's
so what
what
did he say to that? Because that makes sense. What did he say to that?
So then I told him, I go, look, man, I don't care about that. And then he goes, no, I understand, and you know, I will give you this other territory, but like it was all miscommunication. And then I told him, he didn't want to say it, but I knew who it was. So I'm like, hey, it was Raul. That's the other guy's name. That's the guy I had the
Can you
issue with.
turn off the AC, please.
And then he goes, like I can tell in his voice he was like ashamed, but he was like, yeah, it was him. I'm like, yeah, I knew it. So then that was the first incident, which was I think the less of this, and then this all happened within a month. Next time I had an issue with this guy, we had scheduled a meeting 3 days in advance. He invited me to have a meeting. I come to the office, we have a meeting. He comes in about 10 minutes late. Right before the meeting, the other owner calls me saying, hey, I'm supposed to meet with this person, right? I'm like, yes, I'm here. Long story short, he comes in. He says, hey, man, I have to go. I have vacation now. I go, wait, weren't we supposed to have a meeting? He's like, what meeting?
Wow. Fuck. Yeah, that's shitty. You gotta get the fuck out of there.
And then I was like, holy shit. At that point, I'm like, yo, I'm thinking about like leaving.
Yeah.
And then it didn't make a full, because that was like 2 strikes. And then when like 2 weeks later, we had a deal under contract. It was supposed to close. And due to him, I was supposed to get an LLC on an offer. And usually creating an LLC name takes like an hour. It doesn't take more than, for sure, not more than a day.
Yeah.
So, whatever, I was waiting for him to establish an LLC to put on the offer. It took 2 days. We lost out on a $6 million deal.
Wow, bro.
Right. So then, and then while that's happening, I see him in the office and he's eating shit online, looking at like airfare travel. And I'm like, bro, like, that was the last straw. And then I had to dip, and then the other guy, my partner, I mean, he left under worse circumstance. He told him to fuck off, but they owed him some money.
Okay, bro, so what you gotta do is don't worry about them anymore. And like my teacher told me, you have to out-create them. That means create way more than they're creating. And then you'll easily defeat them.
Right.
Just create more than them. You know what I mean? If they're putting 2 signs, put 6 signs. Fucking, if they post 30 times, post 400 times. You know, like, it's just what it is. You outwork them, you outcreate them, you give more value than them, and you just keep doing it. And you don't worry about it. You just keep doing it, you just keep doing it, you just keep doing it. Okay? And it'll accumulate. Because you're new, they've been going for a while, right? And they're going to keep fucking up. Because they're treating you like that, they're going to treat everybody like that, right? So sooner or later, they're going to crash. Because the organization breaks on the inside, as you see. Good people will leave, right? So that's good. Get on with it and keep fucking doing it. And then you should come to Vegas. When can you come here?
Well, I have something cooking up right now with my business partner. I would say as soon as I close that, I will be able to have the funds to be able to head out over there and chill with you guys.
That's good. How long do you think before that closes?
We're estimating September is when it should close.
Oh, jeez, bro.
I know. The thing is, here's the issue. I don't like real estate. I actually do commercial real estate.
Yeah.
And in turn, like the deals that take place they take longer to close.
Yeah.
The benefit is that you come out with a lot more money.
Okay. Well, hurry up, man, because it can change your life once you get here. It's gonna be very different.
Right. No, I know.
Okay. All right. Good talking to you. I do remember you now. You look different though, for sure.
A bit different. No, I got that's why.
You look better.
I have longer hair.
You look better. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Right on. Okay, who's next?
There is Adrian wants to speak.
Adrian! Hey, what's up?
What's up? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on with you?
Not much. Not much at all. What about you?
What about me? I'm doing good. I'm changing a lot every day, so it's fun being here.
What do you think about buying some land?
I love it. I think it's the best thing a man can do. When it comes to money, I think putting it in property is the best thing. But I'm not like a financial advisor, but that's I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. What about with other people and then not just yourself?
What about other people in it? Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do it.
Okay.
Because if your money is going to sit in the bank, it's going to rot. If it's going to be in your wallet, it's going to be spent, right? All kinds of places. In stocks, it goes up and down. But land, at least you have land, right? Well, it's funny you said that. I just texted because I have a property and they just answered. I would rather keep it if y'all would sell it to me. Allow you to place for my girl. Yes. I'll sell mine. So I have a property with 2 other guys here. And I just texted. I said, I think we should sell the house. What do you guys think? And one of the guys, see, we have 3 of us here, right? And one of them said, I would rather keep it if y'all would sell it to me. I need a place for my girl, and it's okay with blah, blah, blah. We'll discuss keeping it, blah, 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 blah. So we've done that. Right now, I don't have any interest in that house, in that property, for me, because it was bought before, right? And I'd like to get rid of everything I had before as much as I can and start over. So I'll do it again. I want to do it again. I just don't want that house. You know what I mean? Because it came.
Sure.
Yeah. So I think it's a great idea. Find some people that you can trust if that's possible. You know what I mean? And with money, you're always risking shit, right? So it is what it is.
You think I should do it here or somewhere else?
Do it somewhere cheap. Vegas is good. But again, listen, bro. I'm the wrong guy for this. Okay? So there's people that are way. The thing with them is, though, be aware when they try to make money off of you. Like, well, let me do this. You know what I mean? No. I'm not involved in your shit. So I would do it. I would do it somewhere cheap. Here, Utah, some other state, wherever, like more states that are red states, not like liberal states. You know what I mean? The more America kind of fucking states. Wherever you find cheap shit there, go, bro. Because eventually, let's say if everything's taken from you, you could at least go put a tent and say, this is my land, fuck off. I'm gonna live in it. Right? That's what I like about it. Like we have a bunch of acres in Utah that we don't use. But worst case scenario, we can all go camp out there if there's some kind of bullshit that happens around here, right? So I like that shit.
For sure. All right.
When are you coming here? I was gonna have you talk to the guys. When are you coming here?
I'll be there Friday, 10 a.m.
Okay, cool. And then when we make the time, then I'll have you say what you want to say, okay?
For sure.
All right, bro.
Alrighty.
All right, good talking to you.
You too.
Okay, who's next?
Anybody else raise your hand?
Okay. All right, anybody else? Jordan, what's happening, bro? Where'd you go? I just asked about you yesterday or the day before. He always takes so long to unmute. Have you guys noticed that? His hand reaches out and does a bunch of shit. And you keep waiting for it to unmute and it won't. And right when you give up, he unmutes. Hey,
Hold on, take a second.
Bro, what's going on? What's going on? Put the cursor away from you.
There.
Yeah, what's happening?
Just got to work, dude.
When are you coming back?
Well, I was going to come the second week of this month,
Hmm.
and Yogi Chris told me it'd be better just to do the online stuff.
Why would he say that to you?
I don't know.
You want me to say what?
No, not if it sounds like that. Not if you say you want me to say what. Okay, that's fine. If you guys figure it out. All right. So since you were here, we've moved so fast forward, bro. Every day has been like years sometimes of growth. Okay.
I can hear in your voice.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's crazy. It's cool shit. All right. Well, so you're still around because I didn't know what happened to you.
Yeah, I'm still here. Just making it live is very difficult with my work schedule.
All right. Yeah, but that's okay. Okay, as long as you're still with it.
I'm with it.
All right. Good. Good to see you, bro. Okay, next.
You too.
Right on.
Nobody else has said they
Okay, let's go inside the house. Luna, how was it? What's going on with you, man? Update us. There's Luna right here.
Yeah, it's man, where do I start?
Where do you start? Not sure.
It's the beginning. It feels very surreal.
Yeah, like what?
Each night it's felt like a different movie.
Each night is like a different movie, right? Listen to this. How many nights you been here?
3 nights now.
3 nights, 3 different movies.
Yeah.
But same characters. No,
Yeah,
different.
They do change though. They do.
They do change. All right, well, come on, let's talk more about it.
Yeah. Well.
How is it affecting you? That's what I'm interested in. How is it affecting you? How are you changing or not changing or whatever?
I see how much I have to learn.
Yeah, right?
And I see how there's nothing else that's really that can compare it to this.
Tell everybody that. What does that mean? I know that, you know that, and they know that. Guys, there's nothing like this. It's hard, you know what I mean? Like that's the gift and the curse. I wonder what like Jesus was feeling during that time, right? These prophets that were doing real shit, they're just like, what? Okay, so talk about that.
So interesting. And man, it just feels very purposeful. You know, like there's nothing else that I would really want to do.
Beautiful. You're doing great.
And I'm very grateful to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Like it. Sometimes I feel like if you're here, you're meant to be here. You know. And,
yeah.
Including all the people online and in person is real amazing. Like just the bond with everybody. Like it really feels. I'm still discovering a lot of words to this language.
Yes, exactly. Try it now. That's the thing. Put words on it. We all gotta practice communicating, everyone. That's it. You know when girls say, we tell them a man shouldn't be emotional, they flip out. This is what they're worried about. They're worried about that you can't communicate. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's all it is. They just want to know you and you can talk about it if you need to. So once you have a language, it's not about, it doesn't even come up being emotional or not. It's just like, I can express myself as I need to. You know what I mean? And I will, because I don't want to fucking hold it in. So fuck off. Go ahead. Let's try to put words on it.
There's so many points that are just, it doesn't feel real sometimes. Like the movie I always go to is a Matrix.
Yeah.
It really feels like we're just in this.
Doesn't it? Aren't we really experiencing the movie Matrix?
Yeah.
Do you guys get that online? Like if you watch the movie Matrix, you're like, that's sick. What if you were living it, and it was as real? It was more real than anything you know, and that's what happens here. Everyone says it because it's true. You understand? There's a spiritual world, and there's a spiritual warfare, and that is more real than this world. That world runs this world. Spirit runs the body. Okay, but everybody's stuck in body. But once you go in spirit, you start to see the matrix. What the fuck is happening, right? And it's so fun. Isn't it fun?
Yeah.
Do we have fun or what?
Yeah, totally.
And you realize men don't have fun.
Yeah.
Like the guy who was talking to me, I really liked him. You could tell I liked him. I know he doesn't have fun. Right? And it's like, I'm not saying it like an irresponsible, girls want to have fun, none of that. I'm saying to keep the spirit of the man alive. So he's adventurous, he's wild, he's free, right? He's untamed. You want a tame man? Some girls do, right? Some girls do. No hot bitch wants a tame man, because he's boring.
That part.
Let's go be boring together, huh? Let's go have a boring time. The fuck, bro? Oh, okay, anything else? You look better. You look better, man.
Thank you.
You going out tonight? It's getting difficult. 6 nights a week.
I would want to,
Yeah.
but I think we're gonna be doing promotions tonight. So
Oh, okay.
Start building some.
God, I hate that thing. I hate that promotion job. Did you talk about the passing out the promo?
I think it's strip club promo.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
All right. Oh,
It's
come
first
on.
time.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, I would like to say one more thing is I see like being a part of this and knowing everything you're teaching
Yeah.
is a certain level of responsibility now that each one of us has to spread this message or to spread the truth really.
You see that, right? You see how important it is? It saves lives, bro.
Yeah.
We're saving lives, y'all.
Yep.
Just being ourselves, speaking freely, living a great life, and people are getting better and saving, getting good relationships, and just changing. Well, thank you, Luna. That was very nice.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll stay inside the house. Okay, Fernando, you got something?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Oh man. Send a text to the group chat.
All right, Fernando, what's going on?
Last night was really cool, man. What sticks out in my mind a lot is the conversation on the car ride back. You were describing this way of being that you've been. And you're like, when we first arrived to the parking structure, you're like, I've never been this ever before. And
I've been in fighting. I've experienced this in Panjo, and when I was a purple belt, I was a really good purple belt in Jiu-Jitsu. So I talk about that, right?
Mm.
And a lot of times last night, like by the elevator or walking, I would actually get an image of my purple belt and scenes of fighting. It was really interesting. It started happening.
That's interesting you say that. It's like, I've been missing fighting a lot. Like,
Yeah, we need to start.
when you're doing that right now, I was like, man, this feels like I feel like that's a missing piece right now.
Well, I showed him. I said to him, show everybody what I showed you.
Yeah.
So you guys can start like that right away. Okay? And you have to try to describe it the way I described it to you.
Okay.
So I've been taught like that, even when I was at IMC, right? So I would go with him because, for now, what I taught him today is very easy to do, and it will start to get you the movement. My life is about movement. It's always been about movement and sound, and they go together for me. So let's talk about it like this, okay? You have a movement inside, and you give it voice. And once you learn how to give voice to what's going on inside, it's no longer inside, it comes out. But in order to do that, you're gonna have to describe what's happening as exactly as you can. If you switch a word here or there, and you express yourself, but you don't fully say what you want to say, then the piece you don't say stays, and the rest goes out. Then the conversation goes forward, and since you didn't say that, it wasn't clear, right? The next sentence that comes out of the other person won't know this thing you're holding. So the next statement you make, since you were holding this, you're gonna have to do something and hold something else, because you don't want this seen. Eventually, you're left with a bunch of stuff you said, but with a bunch of stuff you didn't say. The stuff you didn't say ends up being more important than what you said. You see that? And that's really important. But that doesn't mean that every time you're angry, you voice anger. That's not right. What I'm saying is, you find out what your experience is, and you find a way to say it so that the person hearing it sees what's happening. When they see what's happening, their response, you can now measure more the type of character they are. Right? Anyways, I don't know, go ahead.
Yeah, and you know, just by being around you yesterday, it activated that part. It's like
Yeah.
when we were fighting, it was like, felt very alive.
Tonight too, get ready.
Yeah, it felt very alive. It felt confrontational. Like, what's up? Like, looking at the world, like, and you know, going through the Christ teaching, it's like it breaks you down, like all the way through. Or what you think you are.
Yeah.
And it
kills your ego.
Kills everything. And there's so many layers to this shit. And yesterday was the first time it felt like, man, like, okay, like this is, it was like starting to feel more alive again.
There you go.
It started to like wake up again.
Good.
And
good. Let's hear that.
yeah, and so I mean, I was just coming to a lot of realizations, and just seeing the way you were describing that character. I won't get too much into details of it, but man, it was bringing nostalgic feelings of like San Jose and the music, and I see like it really helps embrace where you come from.
Yes.
And you know, your background, and so I've just been having a lot of those thoughts, man, and it's been really cool.
I'm gonna make you guys feel alive again.
Yeah.
Men and women. Women are dead. Oh my God. Right? What the fuck? So it's time to feel alive again. Alright? Live your life alive. With energy. We don't sleep much. We don't eat much. And that's not a good thing, really. It's not. It weighs down on you, you know what I mean? Like, I'm
take a nap
tired
right
all
now.
the time right now. But when it's time to do my job, I do my job, and I love it. And during that time, whether I'm tired or not, like right now, whatever, dude. And I know tonight we're doing it again.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we're doing it again. Anyways, you gotta be alive. And how one becomes alive, I'm gonna keep doing it, and you're gonna get it. For everybody online, how are you alive when you can't communicate? How are you alive when you can't communicate? If you go into a hospital bed and there's a person in coma and they can't communicate at all, but they're alive. Doot, doot, heartbeat, brain, everything. But they're not communicating. They're almost as good as dead. Right? When someone falls and you don't know if they're hurt, hey, are you okay? And they say, I'm fine, we're good. They don't talk, you go closer. They don't talk, you go closer, then you gotta call 911, baby. Communication equals life in the beginning. Right? First, you gotta communicate. How many unsaid things do you hold inside of you? Too many. Like in a relationship, man and woman, speak your heart. And then, if it doesn't work, you shouldn't be together. Or your heart is dirty and it'll clean up. But how can you be in fake relationships? I know how, because nobody did it right. Is AC on or no? Can you turn it off? All right, go on, Fernando.
Yeah, and thank you for saying that, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I mean,
Manu, my teacher said, lock horns with nature. That's how I feel. Right? Lock horns with the night. Lock horns with the donation. Right? Just go in there, lock horns. That's the challenge, right? You're a man. And don't take on something too big where you can't defeat it. That would be stupid. Right? Like that like a wasp is so deadly, but it attacks wasp size a little bit bigger. It's not gonna go after a fucking something that'll kill it, right? So we as men have been fed so much bullshit. We're supposed to be tougher than everybody, stronger, okay? I could be a badger, a honey badger, I could be a snake, I could be a tiger, I could be a fucking porcupine, okay? And I live my life, I could be a skunk, could be a bee. But when it's time to defend yourself, you defend yourself. When it's time to eat, you eat. When it's time to shit, you shit. When it's time to walk, you walk. You're just always living and not solving problems in your head. You gotta live and solve the problem. If it's in your head, forget about it. Okay? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Thank you. Oh, is that it? No, you got more? Is that it?
I mean, for now, I'll save that.
Okay, good.
And the rest we'll talk about.
Benny, let's do it. Coyote. They're gonna think you traffic people. Coyote transporter, coyote.
It's funny because they asked me that.
You did? Let
You
me
traffic? Yeah, she's like, you traffic people? I'm like, I started laughing. I was like, why, you interested?
You got people that are coming over?
But, so, it's just going off what he said, what Fernando said about you training Octavio.
Yeah.
Like, I had like an image of me, my first week or two on the mat, right? And that's where I've tapped into transform or shape shift into these animals, right?
Yeah.
And like the first image was like, I remember clearly, was more, it wasn't really an animal, it was more of like an energy, a force field, right?
Yep.
And as I progressed, I started really shifting into these different animals.
Yeah.
And fast forward to being here, how I've been able to really tap into that is through communication, through letting everything out.
Exactly.
So new things, new information, new everything starts to come in.
You got it.
Because if you don't let it out, nothing will come in. It's like a cup that's full. It starts to overflow and it's just let it go, right?
Yep.
So yeah, so
Gotta stand up first. Yeah, go ahead.
being in the field, being around everyone here, it's okay. Like, okay, let me give you an example. Going back to shapeshifting, right? There's an anime called Baki Hanma, where Baki when he gets on a mat, he transforms into these creatures. Like, for example, he transforms into praying mantis, right? And with him being transformed, his stats starts to shift into the praying mantis, which allows, because if he said, imagine if this praying mantis was human-like size.
I've always been saying that.
He would literally, it would be a dangerous creature.
It would be one of the most dangerous creatures on the planet, yeah.
And then when he fought his father, which his goal was to level up to fight his father.
I'm familiar with the cartoon, yeah.
Yeah. So when he fought his father, he transformed to a triceratops. So his stats literally shifted, and his dad's like, he felt that energy.
Yeah.
And he's like, what is this?
Yeah, I know.
And so by me saying that is, we have to really shift and transform ourselves inside first, so the people on the outside can see that power and that energy that we have within us.
And if they don't, they don't, because once you have the power, you like living in it. That's what, like Wolf and me, some of the guys behind it, you just enjoy living in the power. Imagine if you're Tyrannosaurus Rex right now. Life would be a little bit easier. We go, you're not Tyrannosaurus Rex. Okay, well, what if I think I am? Now what? But you're not. Okay, cool. You think that? I'll think that. Let's go out. And let's see what happens. That's all I've always done. My internal state is what I experience, right? My internal state is where I'm living in. So I know that state and how that feels, right? So when you can shapeshift in quotes, then you have access to so many different states, right? You're not stuck. That's a problem with people online, right? That's what I was saying about the guy. He's gonna be like this, right? He's got to keep mom and dad happy, and her mom and dad happy, and his school happy, his work happy, his preacher happy. The one person is not going to be happy is him. She's also not going to be happy. His parents ain't going to be happy. And in the end, everyone is going to hate him. You know what I'm saying? Because we've all been through it. What?
I just found out there was a really cool passage I just read, and it's talking about that.
Yeah.
It's talking about that when you're talking about the gospel of the Lord or these superpowers.
Yeah.
Don't do it to please the people.
No.
Do it to please God. That's what it said.
That's what I do.
That's what you're saying right there.
When we go out, that's what I do. I tell you guys, I'm doing this for that. Yeah. Let's go. Boom. Right? And since I have so much from that, then I gotta do what I gotta do. right? It's like I don't want to ever face Manu, Matata, Ernie Reyes, my earthly father. I never wanted to disappoint them. And all they did is teach me like martial arts or shit like that, right? What if I'm able to live the way I live so free? I definitely don't want to fuck that up, right? So I have a job right now, I have a job tonight. And I'm gonna keep doing it because the rewards are so great. Feel me?
Yeah. And last thing is,
I'm saying, yeah.
when I first started recognizing like the turbulence in myself and not being in the present moment, I'm not able to shift into these different creatures, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not able to tap in at a deeper level.
Mm-hmm.
And me recognizing that in myself, I've recognized it, I've seen it in the outside world. So that's why people, from my experience, I've seen people not happy with their lives, or people, they're too outward, judgy.
Yeah.
And like yesterday was a good example. I mean, I won't get into it, but I've noticed this chick, she was like judging. I was like, why? And like, to really be able to tap into yourself, you're able to shift your mind, like mold it as you go. It's like, I have kids, so I like to refer like cartoons and stuff. It's like the Lego movie, right? Where this, I forget what his name is, but he has too much problems in creating these Legos as he goes.
Yeah.
Because he's too doubtful. The doubt will literally just suppress everything.
Mm-hmm.
So until he tapped in, as he went, he started transforming and building a helicopter, a car. He started literally building as he went.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to live.
And that's like, movies are, if you learn how to watch cartoons, some of them are on a deeper level, and we just think entertainment.
Cartoon is the best.
Yeah. So so as you live, you're able to shift as you grow.
What's that like to be able to do that?
It's a good feeling because I haven't really thought about it. I just lived in the present moment, so I kind of just like understand and I keep going.
Yeah.
And
So that's what I'm asking right now. What's it like to be able to be like that?
Oh man,
It's like
It's powerful.
Yeah, it is.
That part, right, Jim?
Mm-hmm. That part. Yeah.
It's powerful because I realize the true potential in myself.
Right on.
Yeah.
It's great. Everybody here sounds really good. Anybody else here? And if there's nobody online, we're gonna end it today. Get short and sweet. Okay? Nobody online? Anybody else here? I don't say nothing. 1, 2, 3. Alright, listen, that's all we're doing today. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. We got a lot to do today, so we're gonna get on with it, alright? Everybody, thank you for coming. All glory to God. Find out if God is real or not, okay?
Jose did raise his hand again.
Who did?
Jose Santa Maria.
Santa Maria?
Who's that?
I lowered his hand and then I raised it again. Jose, do you want to speak?
Yeah, Jose, what's up?
Maybe he just likes raising.
Says someone's talking.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
No, that's us. He's not talking.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
All right, let's log off. We have still talk 30 minutes. See you guys. Okay, guys. Go. Oh, body's hurting so bad. Oh, yeah.